That's a good question.
That's a good question. You will ask your assistant. Assistant, Ryan and AP, can I buy with an FHA?
Yes.
Are you sure? Why?
Well, I was going to say, do you qualify?
That's another question, but that's beyond. But are you sure you can buy with FHA a fourplex?
I don't see why not. I mean, I've never heard of it not being the case.
Because
Can I buy
it's still
But let me ask you
residential.
different. Can I buy a sixplex with FHA?
No.
No, yeah.
So then you have to have an answer why a fourplex, yes. 1 to 4 is single family in Miami, in America, guys. It's single family, 1 to 4.
Right.
That's why you can still use FHA or conventional. So there is a program, Señorita Samar, for Fannie Mae, 5%, 5% down. You only need 5%. But that will be for FHA. That will be, you need to live in the unit, in the multifamily. So it's not for an investor.
Yep.
But you need to have a choice if you're an investor.
You only need to live 12 months. So it could be for an investor, as long as
well,
you need for 12 months.
At least, no, you're recording, so we cannot say that, but you need to say you're living there for 12 months. No. Your cousin be living in your house while you were sick and you were renting a house in West. No, yes, but you can buy. It's very, like Ryan was saying, the only situation that it sounds too good to, okay, yes, I can buy only with 5% down. So why are we thinking of 20% down? It's the only one reason you don't qualify. Because if you're borrowing 95%, your loan is very maxed out. With insurance and rents we're getting today, it's going to be very, very hard to do it. It's doable, but it's very, very hard to qualify.
I was going to say qualifying and getting approved for those FHA loans is pretty heavy, right? It takes a while when you put in an application, or no?
No. I mean, the FHA loans are the. Why are we talking about loans now, guys? We're not talking about them. Like they're okay. You just need to show papers. That's I don't know what you mean by heavy. Yes, it's not hard money. It's not a DCR because you're qualifying yourself. So you need to present all your personal documentation, your credit score, your salary. So yes, in that sense, it's very heavy. It's not no document loan. It's a full document loan. So if that's what you meant by very heavy, yes. Is it harder? No. I mean, it's just the way it is. You need to present all the documents. You need to present your credit score. You need to present your 1099 or your W-2. But let's not deviate of the fact that Mrs. Samar is still selling me the fourplex.
Okay.
So you told me 20%, that's good. Just keep in mind that if you're buying a DSCR loan for a primary home, you can do 10% down. Only for primary home. No, sorry.
Can you?
No, mistake. For single family, you cannot buy primary residence on DSCR loans. It's an investor loan.
Where is MJ? Where is MJ here? We need MJ.
MJ, we didn't invite him today. He should be invited. You invited to the thing. He's doing 2 loans though. So again, correction. A DSCR loan is for investment properties. On single families, you can put 10% down. That I learned last week. So no, by multifamily, Mrs. Amar, that's great. So you have a calculator that you can show me of one?
No, I don't. That was for next week, right? For our Monday.
No, that was for last Monday. What are you talking about? Well, I will present you with a calculator and you can explain it.
Okay, we can.
Don't mean look, I had an accountant. I can say that because she's not here today. She was going to a squadron, doing all this. One day I had her in front of me and said, okay, present me the calculator. She didn't know shoot how to present it. So don't feel bad. Let me find this one. 16 units. This, but I want to keep you in the fourplex, so I don't. What do I have fourplex? 1 sec. Let me find a whole fourplex. 16 unit fourplex. Meeting for 407. Doesn't matter. Buy this one. That what is buying. Let me share it with you. It's my Zoom. Where is my Zoom? I'm not going to believe me, guys, but I lost my Zoom. Found it. Share. Tick. Share the screen. You're seeing the Zoom. I will be your assistant. Explain me the deal through the numbers. Mrs. Amar.
Okay.
You're seeing the calculator. What do I do?
Yeah, so, okay, so we have our down payment, 20%. So we have to come up with 360,000 for the down
Okay,
payment.
okay, that was good. But Ryan, where do we start always our presentation? Do we start here?
Usually we start with the performa page.
Rent roll.
Rent roll, yeah.
I mean, Samar, it's not that way always, but like I like to start with the income so people start seeing positive. They see the income. Because if you go right away to I need to put so much money, then where the income is coming. So that's a personal way of explaining it, but I mean it works usually. So start on the income always on the income side.
Yeah, that's
Become
more.
positive.
I guess you could say that's more catchy to their eye, pretty much.
I
It catches
don't
their
know,
attention more.
So all this one, Mrs. Amar, are 1-1. So it's like a big 4-4-4 place together. But they're 1-1-1. I don't know why I cannot write. It would be beautiful to know that.
So the actual
man.
rent,
That. Okay. Remember when I say that I play a lot with these numbers? Well, this is wrong. So don't read
Yeah.
that because I don't have the actual rent. That's the pro forma rent.
Yeah, it's pretty much what the rent was before purchase and what the rent is going to be after renovations, right? Is that a good way to say it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And here you have proof for me. Look at the 1-1s. So 1,500 is very conservative. So I believe you. A good way to show when you do a report. This is just a talk, but you can show me, prove me. You tell them the screenshot from whenever you can take it. Look at the prices. What PS stand for?
pending sale.
My God, such a good realtor. Good. So this is another thing that people forget. All the units we do, we never have laundry. At least I never bought one with laundry. So the laundry, you make extra money per month. But we don't show it because since always there's going to be surprises that look negative, we keep that for us as a surprise, a nice surprise. We're going to make extra money. Not so much, and always something is going to come up that is bad. So I don't use it to calculate if I want to buy or not. But keep the laundry, keep the extra. More, if there were a lot of units, it's really big. But on fourplex, you're going to make $300 a month. Not so much. So nice. I know the income. Now we can go to where we were, workplace. And yes, now you can explain me.
Okay. Okay, so we're looking at an interest rate of 7%. This is 7%. So this is DCS.
Okay, but I want you to create, you can change the numbers. Yes, good what you want to say. Like, sorry, but this is, do we need to do repairs? Is this is a stabilized building? Or we're going to have to do too many repairs? What type of loan are we buying this with?
Yeah.
We got to figure out.
It's not an answer. You need to tell me what type of loan are we going to use?
Well,
Is the
we're gonna
property-
use, yeah, being that it's a commercial, it's over 4 units, it's a commercial building, so we'll use a DCSCR, oh my God, DSCR.
Okay, but that's a good thing. Let's stop. You're not selling now. Let's answer. DSCR loan, we should know by now, is one of the most used and very advantage to us. But
Right.
it has like 4 requirements that you might meet in able to use it. Because if not, my question will be, why investors are we stupid? Why we use hard money? So we want to use DSCR. But what are the 4 things that you need to qualify yourself on yourself? No, the whole thing, even the building, so you can use a DSCR loan.
Right. Well,
What is-
for sure,
what-
we have,
Yes.
so there has to be a ratio. I don't, what is there has to be a ratio where the income is higher than the expenses, which includes also the mortgage.
That's very good. That's the ratio that usually the ratio can go from 0.80 to 1.25 and up. 1.25 and up, they like it. For you to be under 1, you have to give an explanation. So the ratio is good. You need to be on that 1 ratio. Look at the formula. It's like you're saying, income over all expenses. It's just common sense. They want you to make more money on your rentals than what you're spending to have the building open. If not, how are you going to pay for the building open? It's common sense. Good. Another thing that is important. Mr. Adam, important. It has to be a livable building. That's the key for you guys. That's why we don't use it when we're buying value add, because you cannot live in the units.
Well, if you have 50% occupied, yeah.
Well, livable. If you are occupied, they're very livable. But because you can rent, you can do a DCI on an empty building, but it is livable.
What qualifies as livable? Is it the 4 point?
No, that you have AC, that you have the AC, and you have a refrigerator, and it's in livable condition, and you can move in with a mattress and sleep.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be the 4 point, right? Like AC, water.
Yeah. There is going to be an inspection done by the bank, so it's not that blah 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 that you can talk just talk. There's going to be an inspection done by the bank. An appraisal. And they're going to check the electricity and they're going to check the water. So with those 2, I'm okay. Then the other one, remember, it has to be an investment property. And yes, it has to be under 8 units. Keep going. Please.
It has to be under, it has to be under 5 units, you mean, right?
No, that was for the FHA or a single family loan, like conventional. That's when you are 1 to 4.
Okay, what is the 8 units?
8 units is so you can use a DSCR loan. Over 8 units, you have to use a commercial loan.
Oh, okay, that I didn't know. Okay, so you can't use DCSCR for a 9 unit?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Oh, I was not aware of that. Okay. Okay. So, okay.
7% is a very good rate this year. That's good. So keep on going down.
Okay. Yeah, that's our expenses. So we're looking at insurance at 5.3%. Yeah, I don't know if that's high or not or low.
Is that an
Maintenance.
accurate cash on cash return?
Yes, but you're jumping on.
Huh?
Well, we're still on the expenses.
I'll go a little faster, but huh?
This is a real example. We're buying this building. 15,500
15,500 for
is the insurance.
Yeah, we're looking at maintenance for 2,900.
Maintenance is very low because it's good. The building it has very little grass around, so it's just cutting grass.
So it's not to be confused with property management services, which is 22,000, right? So
Okay, this yeah, that's good. That's a way to calculate is when you start in large shares, but not so large. $100 a door is the minimum for property management. Minimum, no, but it's at the top. Seems I have investors and I'm going to do all the work. We put the top $100 a door. That's why it says 1,800. That's how we calculate the maintenance. Can you lower that? Yes, you can lower that, but quality service, you pay for what you get.
Right, and continue.
And then you have water. Most of these multifamilies, always the water is shared, so you have to pay for it. So I calculate $50 per door, $55. Trash, to collect the trash. CapEx, the fair year we're not to have. Property taxes on record is $29,000. Annual, monthly. Now, what is this?
These are other additional expenses. So initial repair, $16,000. Acquisition.
Building is in good condition. That's why we can use DCR. Stabilize good level conditions. We don't need much repairs, but it's still always something that's going to be there. So we put 16,000. Acquisition fee. Ryan, what is acquisition fee?
That goes to the person that gets the deal, that finds the deal.
Yeah, that's how Luis and Javier steal money from you and make you pay a fee. Yes, guys, we don't work for free. If I get you a deal, you have to pay me.
Fair enough.
Keep going, Mrs. Tamar.
Okay. Down payment, is that the down payment? Down payment? Is that the same
Yes.
down payment
Yes,
that we have
yes,
from
yes,
above?
yes.
So that's copied over from our 20% down payment.
Yes.
We're not keeping reserves for 6 months because the building is in good condition. We're already spending $16,000, right? So we don't need reserves for this.
No.
Do we need reserves? Do we need reserves for like the rental transition? For example, like let's say they don't accept, they don't agree to a new rent increase. I mean, you might lose a month, right, in that process.
Okay, but that's an answer that you need to answer yourself. I mean, do you wanna put money up front just in case? No. Do you need to have money on the side just in case? Yes, you better have, because maybe 3 AC breaks together and you don't have money to pay for it. But I wouldn't put it at the cost of doing the deal. Remember now, you need to. This is to you to be fair. Should I buy or not? So, well, how am I going to put reserves if they're already rented all the units? So I
Right,
need to
okay.
think that I'm going to vacate them, that I'm not going to rent them fast. They cannot disappear altogether in 1 month. That you should never do that. That's another technique that if you start a new building, okay, you do some rental for 6 months, some for 1 year, some for 10 months. Don't ever do all 12 at 12, because if not, next year you're going to be jumping up and down crazy because in December everybody's disappearing from your building.
Mm. Okay,
Closing costs, that amount is an estimate, but it's very close to always. When you're buying, you're going to pay 2.5 closing costs. So that's standard.
mhm,
If it's more, it's not because you did wrong, because those are the fees. But if you buy in January, you have to pay the whole taxes in advance for 1 year. If you buy in November, the taxes are already paid, so you don't pay taxes. So that's when I mean, that was a $30,000 up and down. You know, the taxes of this building is 30,000. So if I'm buying now, I hope I don't have to pay taxes if I close to November, that I already paid the taxes for them. If not, it will still taken away from. It will be taken away from the owner, so I don't have to pay taxes. Like when you buy a house, they split in June. Whatever you pay, you pay. Whatever is going to be in the owner pays the one already passed, and you pay for the future. So that's why sometimes the closing costs can be so different in a multifamily, but it's not because the fees are more. It's just the taxes and the insurance always you have to prepay, but the taxes can make a difference. But it's not money that you're losing. Either you pay now or you pay at the end.
right.
This when I want you to know the calculator. Why do I have these two things separate? Because invested minus rehab. Most of the time, we're going to borrow the money for the rehab. So it's not that you have to put it up front. This 116, we're not going to use it. So it's not, to be fair to the cash on cash, again, it's not money that you have to put up front. So I will take the rehab money out of the investment money. Because if it's a lot of rehab, I'm going to do a construction loan. So I don't need that money to buy the unit. It will be added to the cost later.
Would you get a construction loan or for 16,000, which is a very
No,
small
no.
amount? Yeah,
If I can, yes, but no. Usually we're getting for more.
right.
6,000, 16,000. I borrow one of Ryan's credit cards. So this is at the end. So now we go to the right side. And that's when you can switch to pro forma so people don't get lost in so many numbers. Oops, I didn't want to do it. We need to go up. We're here. So what is this? Mrs. Samar?
Okay. I thought somebody else. Okay. So this is the performance. This is the the rental, and the monthly rental is 24,450. So it's like 1,500, right? We said each door. So yearly it's 293,400. We're assuming 3% vacancy, right? So total
Yes,
operating.
that's good to see, good to know. That's very low vacancy because I want to buy. So usually banks, they might even go up to 5% vacancy.
Okay. Okay, so minus all the expenses we talked about, which is 86,756. So we're looking at 29%, close to 30%, 29.5%
What is 29%?
of return on.
Oh my God, you've been so much with Latin community. What the heck are you saying that return is my expenses is return? What did you just say?
Wait, 29% is it's the percentage of expenses?
Yes, ma'am. Ryan should be helping there. Ryan, you know that.
Yeah, so actually it's six.
It's how much you're spending on a monthly
cost.
basis.
Right,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Really,
You want
but
it to be, you want it to
that
be
that
anywhere
figure, guys,
between-
is very important. I tell you, I talk to banks, and the banks will always be fixed on 30 to 35. If you show them that you have only 20% expenses, they're going to say, why? Why are you so low?
Yeah.
And if you show them 50% expenses, they're also going to say, why are you so high? So
30 to 35%
even
like the guideline.
yeah, when they're calculating an estimate, they will say they will go for the income, take 30%, and they say this should be your expenses. So that's a figure that you want to keep in your mind because it's very good.
Average
And
of
then
30%.
you really have to sell me the word NOI. You need to sell after all the studying we've been doing. You need to say the beautiful word NOI. That's what all the investors BS about it. Tell me the NOI. Everybody is based on NOI. How much is my NOI?
67%.
Yes, $188,000. That's your income, investor. Thank you. I like it. We keep going down.
Is it fair to say in that case that like this is an investment that yields 68%?
Yes. If you buy cash.
Okay.
This again, this here is broken because I tell you, it's not showing because I mean, if I touch my calculators, it should be showing here too. Principal down. No,
So
yeah,
the
one.
NOI mortgage expense, we're gonna do that now.
Huh?
It's not including the mortgage payments in the NOI.
Correct. That's the way the banks think. Because
Okay.
again, you can change that I mean the outcome of any loan, depending what type of loan, is totally make a different a deal good or not. I mean, the deal for you, depending on the type of loan you get, it can change. But for the bank, I need to cover this. That's why they look the NOI. How are you paying for is for your advantage. Well, I have two figures here. I would love to know why I do have two figures. I don't want to confuse you. Because I put in the wrong space. I put the same thing twice. Delete. That's how I fix a calculator. What is this? Any of you?
What's the question?
Does that stand for management payments
Principal
Mortgage
down.
payments,
or
mortgage
maintenance
payments.
maintenance payments?
Mrs. Slayman, please fire your assistant.
Mortgage
Please
payments.
fire him. You're
Non-interest
going to be working
zero.
alone between another.
Principal
How in
payment.
the heck? Principal pay down mortgage payment has something to do with what you said, Mr. Ryan. We're talking about mortgage payments.
No, I think it means management.
Oh, that's why. Sorry. Then you can make the mistake. But MTC is mortgage, it's not management, Mr. Ryan. You're okay saying that. But what is that, guys?
Payment that goes towards the property payment. And then,
Sorry, you're too far away from the microphone.
yeah, so that is payment that goes towards the equity, the what you owe on the property. I don't know if equity is the right word, but what it goes towards the property.
The debt.
The debt. Thank you.
Correct. you say, I know you have the concept, you're just saying it in broken English, but yes, principal pay down is the amount of principal that each payment has on your mortgage. Your mortgage is always going to be interest plus principal. So this is the 1 year accumulated principal that you pay down your loan, which is creating the equity that you're mentioning. That's how you create equity. So it doesn't matter what you do, your loan is going to go down always. You're going to make money on your building because you do have beautiful tenants that take care of this loan. That's how you need to present that. Because you need to show me as an investor, I'm not paying for that loan. Am I paying for the loan? No, you better have tenants paying for that loan.
Can I ask a question though?
Yes, you're the seller.
No, I am not I am asking a general question. So we're looking at $8,000 in cash flow for whatever units. I think you said like 14, 12. It's over 10.
16 units.
16 units. That's 8,000 in your pocket. Like, so and then, okay, you have a property, everything's being taken care of. I guess that makes life easier. But I guess my question is like, is that enough cash flow? Like for the money and the investment being put in?
Okay. That's a beautiful question. I would love to have you on video. Please show me your face, guys. But like, that's a beautiful question. I tell you because I said it many times. I mean, you're kind of like new, but I didn't buy. I tell you again. Sorry, I'm a Makeda. We'll repeat stories. I didn't buy a $4 million building that sold 2 years later in $5.2 million. They're all in MLS, so I can show it to you. Have the picture of what I didn't buy because this is a critical thinking that you need to do. And that's why I say that part. If you say, okay, I'm going to, and I was like you guys, I'm a normal person. I'm going to get to my life, normal life with my family and beautiful daughter and beautiful dog. I'm going to owe $1.4 million. I'm going every first of the month, I'm going to have a debt of $9,000 that can eat me and get me to foreclosure and bankruptcy in a second. And like you're saying, I'm going to do all that only for $8,000, which is only at 22%, which is a lot, okay? Usually cash on cash is less. Should I do it or not?
Monthly, 16
Monthly.
units. 16 units.
Yes, but like I'm trying to answer the question when she said like, is $8,000 enough? Like you don't have, I mean, like we said before, you put, well, what is cash on cash? And that's why it's so important that I want you to understand what is cash on cash. You need to feel it. It means you put only $400,000. You didn't put $1 million, doesn't matter, 1.8 million, $2 million, forget about it. You only put $400,000 of your life. This is what you're going to lose. And you're getting in return $97,000 a year. If you don't do it, I kill you.
Well, it all depends on your expenses. Maybe Samara, is a high maintenance girl and maybe she needs 80,000 a month.
$8,000 is one bag for her. That's just one bag and one pair of shoes. I know. Guys, we don't think like that.
Like that, but I think finally cash on cash clicked because it hasn't clicked. I think now it finally clicked.
No, I mean, it cost me a big deal to me too, because you have to say it like that. If you don't say it like that, you get scared. Oh, I owe 1.8 million. And I'm going to have this debt per month. I'm going to have the mortgage payment $112,000. Doesn't matter. You only put 400. That's what you're going to lose. And you get in 97. In 4 years, you are cash your equity out in 1x. And you keep making that money for the rest of your life.
How do you figure it out that it's 4 years? Because 97 times
97
4.
times 4. That's an amazing deal that we're stealing. If, no, we don't never use the word if, when it happens.
Plus, an question about the yield, that's the low side. You get more than that 67 yield if you want to consider that as a yield. Okay. So sounds like a good opportunity.
Yes. We should even tell you, let's lower the rents because they're so high that I mean, it's disgusting. If I don't do these deals, I'm going to cry. I'm going to lower the rent to Section 8, and I'm going to raise the laundry. It's too much money. So it's only 7,000. It's 18%. Still too good. Cap rate 10%. Ryan, do we do it?
10% for sure is good, but that says 11, no? Oh, 10.2.
It's
Okay,
1020.
fine.
How do we know that? We don't know that. We just have experience.
A guideline. It has to be
You leave
an
in Ryan
return.
because he been enough, and it's like 6. What happened with 6, Ryan?
6 is good on the low end.
Yeah, 6 is good. 8, do it.
Yeah.
10, do it. 12, you better do it. 14, you better do it.
Yeah.
Just
Anything
that's
above
going
10.
cap rate, which is a figure that you have to learn. We're going to read in the book, and you got to play around, and depends what you're using it. But you need to use it your way, and need to make something. Need to make sense for you. There is no rule why 10 is so good. It is a rule because the cap rate is income, so it's good. Do it. Don't ask me why. After anything above 8, do it. Appreciation. Appreciation is a part that now, because we're only the small group and we're being real about it, when I'm talking to you guys regularly, I don't talk too much about appreciation.
Did you see the slides that I put in the chat about appreciation in other places in Florida?
You just put it just now, right?
Well, while at the beginning, I don't know. Yeah.
For Lauderdale is not on there.
No, Fort Lauderdale is not in that thing. That was West Coast of Florida. Prices are not going up. There is no appreciation there.
And with the hurricanes, of course not. All the hurricanes coming on is going to be worse. But appreciation is like a statistic. I was told one day at the university, is the way you have to lie to people. Because
what university?
no, a statistic is how you lie to people with numbers. And appreciation, I'm lying. I mean, a steady appreciation on multifamily average 6%. Single family 4.5. So why am I putting 10% here? Because I'm bluffing and say, well, I'm going to paint that unit, make it look nicer than everybody. I'm going to have a well management, so I'm going to have appreciation. Reality, that's the first year. Do I have 10 for next year? I don't think so. No way that a building is going to go up 10% every year. This is because it's the first year, and I want to the numbers look good, but let's be fair to us. We're buying. This is with our money. So I'm going to put only 6% appreciation. When I am doing, usually for myself, I even will put it here in the label so I know what appreciation did I use. But that is, how you say, is not objectively. It's subject.
Objectively.
It's not objectively, it's opposite. So you need to play with the year you are on. You need to play with how much, if you're doing 20% of value add, of course, it's going to go 20% up, plus all the value add, it's going to go 30% up, at least 35% up. But here we said there is no repair, so I cannot lie to myself and say, no, I'm going to go up in appreciation because, no, I didn't repair anything. Yes, I'm going to improve the rents, and that's going to help a lot. I'm going to improve the management, but that is just BS. So appreciation, 6%, Mrs. Samar. How do you pronounce your name? Samar?
Samar, está bien. Good.
Samar? No Samara. Samar. Samara is nicer, Samara. Now, this is, what is this?
Cash plus principal plus appreciation.
Because now we're looking into the total price, like you were saying at the end. So what I'm gaining in the property, I'm gaining the cash flow, I'm gaining the principal down that I'm paying in the loan, plus appreciation. That's real money that you're getting. And for our next mastermind, I'm going to explain you IRR because I got an explanation today. But no, we don't have time today. But that's the reality. That's the money. If you sell, you're going to get the cash flow because that's you already got it. You're going to get the principal that you pay down plus appreciation. Now the buyer is going to pay it to you. So that's your net gain. Yeah, it's going to be taxed and blah blah blah, and expensive, but that's your gross gain.
Now, the appreciation percentage is it's an assumption, or is there like a market study or something that banks go by? Like who determines the appreciation? I know you said
You
about
put the
statistics.
finger in the air and you say it. No, you talk to you need to know the market and you need to know what is going on. But more is what are you doing to the building, because you're not going to know what's going to happen in 12 months. But for example, today, I mean, you need to know the market, but like today, the economy is bad, everything is slow, things are not happening. You're not going to say, oh, this year we're going to appreciate 10%. No. So today's average 6%. But during the pandemic, no economists of the world will say that we're going to increase 20%, and we increased 20% in pandemic. So can we predict the future? No. So you're not going to gamble on appreciation. That's the worst thing we can do. So always go very low in appreciation. But you need to know your deal. A value add deal, it has appreciation for 30% because you put 20% of materials. Plus, that's giving value to a building. This one, we're not forcing appreciation. We're forcing income value, and that's appreciation. But I don't like that way of, let's keep going here and then we go there. So this is now your return on the investment, 47%. Not on the whole building, not what Anand was saying. Is not the rate capitalization. It's not the cap. It's your percentage based on your income. That, if you want to be fancy, you call it IRR. And now we can, on the first year, now we can tell you it's not IRR. Call it IRR, I guarantee you now it's going to challenge you to explain if it's that IRR or not, because now it knows our IRR. But we're being recorded today, so we're going to say things. IRR in the first year is that, first year. On Monday, we'll go over IRR and you will explain that. It's just a fancy, nice way to say it, IRR. But yes, if you want to know your real profit from the operations, do we see this, guys? What is these three things?
The cash, principal that you're paying down, and appreciation of the property.
Yeah? You need to know that because that's the profit. If you don't see the full profit, maybe you don't do the deal.
That's a yearly number, right? Like this is yearly columns, right?
Yes.
1 year, 2.
And I always project 1 year. 2 years, 3 years is too complicated. I do it for Javier. Javier can do projection on 5 years, 10 years. I don't do that. I'm not that smart.
Nobody
DCR,
knows. Nobody asked.
DSCR 160. Is that good, Mr. Anadan?
Is
Let's do that.
DSR of 1.6? Yes.
That's amazing. That's perfect. Do it.
Over 1, right? You mentioned it has to be 1
Yeah.
over.
They like to see over 1.25. They like to see at least 110.
It's more, yeah, 1.25 is like the guide.
You're good. You can have an empty unit and still it's going to be good to pay the rent. Pictures. That's the bad part about the building. That's the building, Mrs. Summer. Beautiful 16 units in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, so it's on the ground. It's not multi.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
You can park in front of your door. Beautiful cars. No, this is an old picture. This is 10 years old
No,
picture.
that's an antique, man.
This
That's
picture
worth
is
millions of dollars.
the building works better now. It's better now. This is an old picture from the MLS, 2014. It's an old
Oh,
picture.
okay.
So great. So now we keep going. So you learn the table, or you learn how to do your own table, like Anadan is doing. Good. Try to do your own table, but because then you know how to do the things. So here now it says RV. RV is the price plus the appreciation. Now ask Luis how he got 568 here. You know why? Because it's wrong. What the heck is that 568 doing there? You see, it's not even here. It's 1908. I love myself sometimes.
That's good. Hey, come on, man.
What the 568 coming from? This is you guys touching my
Okay.
my.
I gotta go. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Need to jump into something else, but thank you. Thanks, everybody.
All right, good night.
Oh, hang on. I cannot stop. Hang on.
Leave
I
it
need to
on.
try-
No,
I need
well,
to
I
try-
get to be the host. Don't worry. I reclaim.
No,
Make me
that's
a
it. Now I can leave. Yeah. Oof. Okay. Bye, guys.
Right.
Okay, let's do this formula together so you know what you're putting in. So because now you're thinking, this 568 is wrong. How do I know that? Because I know numbers. But like work, what is goes here? It says here gain. I don't know why this is changed. Gain.
I'm sorry, I'm
Gain.
gonna ask us. So the ARV, because we
The
have
RV is
appreciation.
this is adding the 6%.
It's adding the 6%
So
and what?
1800. No, and the cash flow. I will make it easy. I don't even. I mean, I'm going to put here is it has to be the new price appreciation 1 year, and it's anywhere else. B2, B2, B6. This is the building plus 6% plus H44, which is principal down, which is 0. And B2 plus 6%. 6% of 300 is that? Yes, it should be that, 908. So this is only the 6%. But we need to add the cash flow, plus we need to add the principal down. That's profit, extra profit. That's your real RV value. Okay, RV value is this, but this is what you gain that year. Because remember, this is for you selling how much you're going to make when you sell the building. So this is the new price of the building. Now, this is your income approach. You guys know what is that? Income approach comes from cap rate, guys. Cap rate is equal income income divide, so to
By
put
value.
divide
By
value.
value.
Yeah. Value. So I'm going to erase it so you don't cheat. Do I know my income?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I go and say equal my income, my NOI. It has to be NOI. No, it's NOI. My NOI is here.
Okay, so
Where's
it's
my
not your,
NOI?
it's not your
NOI. No,
183.
so any NOI took. Oh well, I should know that. Nah.
Do you do value at purchase or value after renovations?
Okay, hold on a second. Do we know the value?
we do.
No, that's the value from comms. Do you know the value for income?
Didn't you just put it at 2 million?
But that's comms value. The comparables and cash flow and your IRR. That's not income value. When you study more the book, you will there's different values that the bank will look. This is called income approach value. You value the unit based on the income.
Mm.
So we know the income. Yeah. Where's my NOI? I need to say this. NOI. Choof. Go down. Use, you better go into school. Use rule of three. It's not even rule of three. How do I pass the value and then the cap? What do I, if I want to separate the value, what do I do? Value is equal what? When you have A equal B over C, how do I get the value of C?
Is you want to get value by itself.
Yes. How do I do it?
So it's income over cap rate.
Exactly. That's why I have a cap rate hidden here. Divided cap rate. Choof. Okay, this is not Ryan's cap rate. And that's the problem with cap rates. No problem. You need to know how to use cap rates. The banks, I told you, have different cap rates for different neighborhoods because it depends on how good the stability of the neighborhood is. So Alapata and Coral Gables have different cap rates. In Coral Gables, you can buy with a 4% cap rate. Why? Because it's a very good place, it's stable, the value's there, everyone want to live there, so it's a very good neighbor. Alapata, nobody wants to live there, so it's not a good neighbor. The bank has a higher risk on turnovers, on whatever you want to say. So they value at a higher cap rate. So when you know an area, you need to know the cap rate. In Miami, South Florida, that's why I buy only in South Florida because I know the cap rates. 570 is a good bad cap rate. 6% is a bad cap rate. So if I put 6%, look at what happened here. You will think lower is worse. No, lower is better because you're dividing. 6%, look at the 2 million. 3 million. I don't like personally the income approach. I just use it for the bank because the bank use this unless you have this value, they're not going to lend you more than 3 million. So that's the first approach the bank will look at, income. If you don't meet this value, forget it. But after this, they're going to go to the comps and everything. So it's a very easy way to know the value based on the income. What I do here is I play with the cap rate because I don't want something crazy here. This is not a value that you want to use, a value that you create based on your experience. All I can tell you here, there's no way a bank will not give you a loan for 2.4 because you're at 7 cap rate. We have a bank already did an appraisal and it came up to that amount exactly, 2.4. But again, this is for another day. We talk about cap. The important part is this one because this is real. This is, again, your estimate, your personal knowledge, your experience, depending how you want to use it. But you know, you should know 6% is good in our areas, Alapata, in our bad areas. So this means at least I know based on this income, the bank can lend me 2 million without a problem. And then we go here and you have total cost 2.3. That sounds weird. This is wrong. It cannot be 2.3.
Loan, it looks like maybe the loan open is wrong. Loan open? No.
Yeah, I mean, loan open, this is, what the heck is going on here? Okay, 1.8, you're right, 1.8. No, it's okay, 1.8. I
That's
don't know why
correct.
that was lower. 1.8 plus 1.8, which is this. Acquisition cost, this is crazy. Who told you you're going to pay me $441,000? That's that I put something wrong there. I don't know how this calculator gets screwed up. Don't do that in front of an investor. You shouldn't be fixing your calculator. But okay, now we get a normal price. Net profit. Again, this is wrong. We're not making $1 million, guys. Unless he's considering this value with income approach. No, I don't go for income approach. I go for comps value minus cost because we want to underestimate, not overestimate. So it's not a flip, guys. You're making only 12%. You're making 22%, which is here, the same amount here. This is half because I was split it always in two. So you're making 23%, 25%. It's not a flip, it's a buy and hold. Because the cap rate is beautiful, the building is easy to manage. This is a buy and hold. That I'm waiting for one okay tomorrow and our building. We have the offer for that. Any questions?
Can you just quickly review how you got the loan pay down?
The loan pay down, meaning how do I get this amount? The monthly loan pay down?
The interest,
Which interest?
the 100,800.
Huh? I'm losing you.
Just above the pay down.
Yeah?
Yeah, right there, right below the cursor. Yeah.
Is this?
Yeah.
That's coming from the amortization schedule.
Right. So this is can you just review this? So the initial payment, so
I'm going to review because it's very important. You guys don't pay attention to the amortization schedule. Let me see. What do? I go to amortization, schedule, Brett Weasel. Are you seeing that screen or?
yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
So now you go here. This is the calculator. I told you guys you need to know it. You need to understand how you paying your multifamilies. Now we'll talk about it. Now we don't understand it, but it's very simple when you play a lot. We're buying a building for the loan is 1440440. Our interest was 7%, no? 7%. 30 years loan, 360, that's your payment. And then when you go to the columns, I didn't touch this, I touched this. You can see principal interest accumulated for 1 year, 14,000 for 1 year, sorry, 100,000. This is the principal, this is the interest accumulated per year.
Oh, the 12th payment. Okay. Wait, so okay, accumulated interest. Got it. So payment
1 year.
one. So is payment, is that per year or is that per month?
Where?
The first column.
Principal or payment?
Yeah.
This is per year.
Per year. So that means
Your payment
each
is,
row is a year.
yeah, your payment 9,580. And is, as the French calculation, you're paying $804,000 of interest and you're paying only $1,200 of principal. But it's good. Look at how many dollars goes up second year. $3. That's why you have a mortgage, which means pledged to death. Your principal went out $3 in 1 month and you have a $1.4 million mortgage.
Oh, like $7.
$7, so yeah. Not so bad. You die paying this, you never pay it off. That's why your tenants pay for this.
Okay.
Okay? But you need to know this calculator. I know you don't like it because you don't make money knowing this. You don't understand nothing knowing this. But yes, you understand how the movement moves. Because that's how you know that you pay. When people tell you the mortgage is so bad, no, they're lying to you. I'm going to teach you something that it clicked me one day. You're paying simple interest on the amount you owe. So you're not being cheated on. They charge again this and they create this. They charge again this and they create this. So if you want to lower this to a crazy number here, you need to put more money. Yeah, I'm going to pay more money. But you are being charged interest only on the money you owe. The mortgage is a very good loan. But it's all interest. Yes, because you owe $1.4 million per people. You need to pay interest. That's interest only. So,
But you agree that, like, from a long-term desire to increase cash flow, that is a good practice to, reduce the principal so you can reduce the monthly cost, right?
lovely question. I will tell you the truth. I can sound smart and explain it to you, but it's not the way Luis is at this time of the night that he's tired. So he's going to tell you the truth. His whole life didn't know. One day, like 2 years ago, I was listening Mr. Cardone and says, I only do interest-only loans. And I was like, why you don't want to pay down your principal? Well, because it's what he wants. If you get a regular mortgage, like this is, your mortgage, okay? And like you said right now, oh, let me put more principal so I pay it down. The payment doesn't change. If you send $50,000, the monthly payment doesn't change. Because the loan structure you have, it says you are always going to pay me $9,500. So it doesn't help you to pay down the principal. You're still going to pay the same amount every month. If you do advances to your mortgage, it doesn't change your monthly payment because you sign up this type of loan.
Right.
Unless you have an interest-only loan. That's why I do interest-only, like Mr. Cardone taught me. If you do interest-only, every time you pay principal, you're less, then your payment goes down every month.
But so who gives you, so are DCSR interest only? Or
You ask for it. You can ask for it. You ask for it.
So FHA loans give you that option too?
No. Conventional loans and FHA are all amortizable loans. They're going to tie you up in this type of loan that you have a monthly mortgage payment.
Gotcha.
But I mean, no, I don't want to. It's like too confusing for you guys. But like, I feel very comfortable when you're looking at an investment. But that's when you go. I will say I don't like this ratio. Like 208,000 looks like 10% to this to 90%. But let's say that we make it go down. That we decide to pay $5,000 more per month. So it's going to be 14,580. So I like this ratio much more. Meaning I might feel comfortable lowering the principal, 50,000 the principal, so this ratio change. So I'm making more money with the same payment of rent. I'm keeping more principal because you need to see how much return you're getting for your money. But that's another class. Here, you see, I changed this. From now on, I'm making $6,000 a month. My first year of accumulation of principal now is 76,000. Confusing, sorry. That I leave for next Monday. All I did is I pay down the loan here. And this changed. But that's playing with amortization schedule. It's not going to make you more money. One day we play around how to pay better. For now, let's keep it interest only or amortizable loan. Do I like interest only? I love interest only. Because I can fix the amount of cash flow I want to get for a property. Let's say somebody like you that is ready to quit your job next month and you're already bought 2 multifamilies. You say, well, if I put this money in the multifamily, now I know I'm getting $10,000 a month cash flow. And you can manage like that and that's it. You need to pay down the loan. And you control the monthly payment. You cannot control the monthly payment if you have one of these type of loan.
Right. Okay.
Guys, let's go because I'm going to keep on talking to you and it's 8:22. I need to rest. Thank you. And see you. No questions today. We're buying the loan. Find me money. I need to buy the building. I need $300,000. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Whoever can get me $300,000 can be a partner with me on the building. Good night.